How to deal with girlfriend delaying coming over because they're running late with workouts slash work. Also, how often should mid say I love you to their girl?
Well, it's always better if she says it more. Less is more when it comes to that. So every 3 or 4 times, maybe you say it once. Because then it means something. Scarcity creates value. If you're like all day long, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I love you after every message, then it's just,
It
it
doesn't hold
becomes,
its value.
yeah, it's like a bumper sticker. It doesn't fucking mean anything. But if you say it at strategic moments, or she just popped out your kid, you kiss her and tell her you love her, and she'll appreciate it, especially if it's maybe been a month since you said that to her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it has value. In other words, it was like Trump when like that first term, everybody was like, oh, he's got to apologize for this. Well, when's he going to issue an apology? And the only time he ever apologized was when that Access Hollywood thing came out, and he said he apologized to his wife. That was it. That was the only time he ever apologized, and so it had value. And so Boki says, "Hey, coach, how do you like Trump so far?" Well, I love what he's done with turning the government over to Elon Musk and the Doge committee. I mean, listen to all the crazy shit that these guys are coming up with and canceling. It's that's pretty great. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens because you got a bunch of lefty judges that are basically trying to tie Trump up in court for the next 3 or 4 years so he can't do the things that he wants to do. So that's going to be interesting. So far, so good. The one thing I will say is like, where's the rest of the JFK files? Where's the rest of the Epstein files? Where's the stuff about the UFOs? Where's the stuff about all of the flying lights in Washington D.C. that when Biden was in, that they were going to release and tell us what that was? And apparently, these were government things that the Biden administration was just letting people wonder what they were, trying to freak people out.
Mm.
Are we being invaded by aliens?
Cheers.
But it's like, he's the Bobby Kennedy files. He's going to release those. The MLK files. He's going to release those. So I think we got 20,000 files. I mean, most of them, there's no smoking gun. There's a lot of stuff in there. Like I think what's his name? There was a recording of a phone call between Lyndon Johnson and Kennedy's widow. And you listen to it, it's like there's some charm going on between the two of them, and almost makes you wonder: was he because JFK was cheating on her constantly. Everybody, that was well known. So who knows? I mean, other than that, that's not a smoking gun, but that was classified. In the '60s, people would probably be like, "Oh, it kind of sounds like LBJ's hitting on Kennedy's widow,
Mm.
Jacqueline."
Conservative Catholic says, my wife is a great mother and nurturer to our children, but I want to see her get back to her hobbies and exercise. She's been upset about her changes ever since having the babies.
Well, you're the man. You got a penis, so make that happen. Make it easy for her to work out. Whether you take her with you, or you get a babysitter, and the two you go to the gym together, so you can get your workouts in. That would be a good thing to do together. And then when you're there, because feminine energy grows through praise, you can praise her. Honey, you look great. I notice your butt is firming up. I could bounce a quarter off that thing any minute now. Tell her what you like. It's like, wow, you really slimmed down in the last few weeks. You look amazing. I'm so proud of you, honey. I love you.
He could book her classes for baby yoga. You
You do that too. Pilates classes.
there's classes that you could bring your baby, and they kind of like
Yep, got that too. Figure it out, dude. Make it happen.
that'd be nice.
Be direct, be decisive, and make that shit happen.
Mm-hmm. If I dumped my wife after she expressed she wanted to leave and was unsure, who is the dumper here?
She said she was leaving. She might have been saying that, but she said she was unsure.
It's a
So if you
threat.
dumped her, and I assume that he's going, oh, I regret doing that and I want her back. Well, then reach out to her and invite her on a date. Tell her maybe you acted harshly or acted rashly. You didn't like what she said to you. You didn't like hearing that she was tapping out. And your attitude was, well, if you're not going to make any effort, then I'm out. But then I thought about it, and you did say you were unsure, and so I apologize if I was too harsh. Maybe we should let's get together and talk about it.
Yeah,
See what she says.
when your wife expresses feelings like that, that's a sign for you to change and try to make things better, not to just be like,
oh well, I guess I'll
To
just
talk
dump.
and say, well, what do you mean? Why would you say that?
Yeah.
That's kind of like, good morning, it's Sunday. Hey, fuck you. I want to divorce your ass. Well, good morning to you. Who pissed in your fucking Wheaties? So
Um,
in that case, if you go back and then you want to get together and she's like, no, fuck you. I don't ever want to speak to you again. It's like, all right, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Let me know if you change your mind.
how do you go about the dating dynamic in a marriage? In the courtship, the woman reaches out to you and you make a date. But when you live together, how do you do this? What's the proper way?
Just make at least one date per week where you figure something out and you invite your girl to do it with you. If she's got a restaurant, she's, oh, I heard about this new Italian restaurant. We should go check that out. I was like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that one of these days. And then in a couple of weeks, maybe when she's forgotten about it, then you surprise her with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because she appreciates that because she's like, oh, I told him and he was actually listening.
Yeah. You could do it in different spontaneous ways too.
Yep. And do different things. Don't be doing what the guy from the video newsletter who should know better, who was doing 2 salsa dance events a week
Mm-hmm.
and 1 Netflix and chill, and it's just literally it's Groundhog Day every week.
Mm-mm.
She got bored. That
Keep it.
just shows you're lazy. You don't give a fuck. It doesn't. It dries a woman up. She doesn't like it.
I like guys who can get creative with things, like think out of the box, something new.
Like the Lego at Target, the Lego plant.
Yes.
He said I think in that newsletter they said that they lived in Mexico. Isn't Mexico pretty much, it's nice and warm for the most part all
Yeah,
year
he
round?
said there's a lot of expats. He says mostly women. They're like 65 and up. So they've moved there because their money goes a lot further.
Yeah, I mean they could go outside
And they
horseback
get a little
riding,
Don Juan, Don Julio.
riding donkeys or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's so much stuff to do in Mexico, like outside if you like doing stuff besides
Yeah, it's nice
salsa
areas.
dancer.
It's just like, any nice city in the United States.
As long as you're not like in Tijuana.
Well, I mean, there's certain places that are just dangerous. So
Even after listening to the book Audible for 15 times, I still struggle to know if I should set up dates every time my girlfriend of 1.5 years calls me, which is now almost every day.
that's kind of being a little too much of a robot. I mean, when you're together a year and a half, she's calling and texting you every day. You should be able to just go, come over.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, what are you doing? It's like, babe, come over. Get your cute ass over here. Let's fucking grill out tonight. Let's put some steaks on the Barbie.
I feel like you should be way more comfortable with each other if the year
Yeah,
and
he's a
a half
little too
mark.
much. I have to have an official date. I must pick her up. I must drive over to her house. I must spend 3.5 hours and have 3 different activities. It's like, hey, let's go do a picnic at the beach. It's a beautiful day out.
Mm-hmm.
She's calling you. She wants your time and attention. So facilitate getting together as quickly as possible and just go have fun. There's nothing wrong with just inviting her over. You don't have to always go pick her up or do official dates. You should be way past that.
Yeah, making some popcorn, watching movies, playing
Yeah, you can
games.
Netflix and chill. You don't have to go out and spend money every night or every time you see her. Again, a year and a half, that tells me that there's a lack of closeness and intimacy.
Mm.
She should have, a closet at your house that's full of her shit and her shoes, and
Mm-hmm.
your bathroom should have her crap everywhere, curling iron, makeup, different brushes for different makeup things that she's got, tampons, maxi pads, shampoo, the whole nine, everything. Her
Yeah.
shit'll be everywhere.
He says I tend to set dates on average twice a week. We live 30 minutes apart.
Well, I mean,
Not
she should
bad.
be coming over and staying the night sometimes too.
Yeah, that's
The
not that
weekends or
far.
something.
Unless she's got a long way to, or like if they're 30 minutes apart and then her job is 30 minutes in the other direction, so her job would be like an hour away, then that's understandable. But
She can bring
if you
clothes.
live in town, yeah, bring clothes. That's another reason why, when I was younger, it was fun to date and do planes, trains, and automobiles, but that gets really old. There's nothing like just having a girl that's 10 or 15 minutes away.